Hello everyone, it's the one and only Dusty Rhodes, baby. Ric Flair, you don't know nothing about hard times. Hard times. I'm coming for you, Hulk Hogan. Sorry. I just occasionally like to do a terrible Dusty Rhodes. Oh, the old WWF. WWE now. I'm Dusty Rhodes, baby. You don't know nothing about hard times. Hard times. Alright. Enough of Dusty Rhodes, baby. We're doing enough of Dusty Rhodes, baby. Oh. God damn this blanket. Okay. Okay. This is more chilling scares. I just did a video of them. I'm doing another one. This is 6 most disturbing forced encounters caught on camera. I don't know what they are. Get comfortable, and let's get into it.
In April of 2020, a kid named Noah decided to go truck camping in the forests of Sun River, Oregon. He was driving down the road when he thought he found a good spot and drove deep into the forest with his truck. His first night there, he was woken up to sounds outside. As he continued listening, he realized they were footprints, and from the pattern assumed it was a person. He grabbed his nearby GoPro and started filming.
I'm currently sleeping in the back of my truck right now. I don't even know what time it is, and there's someone walking around my truck right now. If you can hear that, it's pretty loud. He's been walking around for like 20 minutes already. I don't really know what to do. I'm a little freaked out right now, and it's like pitch black outside. And like, this doesn't make any sense because I parked somewhere where you couldn't see. No one was on that road.
Maybe he's walking around. He looked in, he didn't see anyone. He can't see into the back part of the truck, but maybe he's just assuming that there's no one in there, and he's walking around. Well, shit, I don't know. I don't know now. Never mind.
Wait, he's touching my truck. How am I supposed to get him away? He's literally knocking. He's literally knocking on my truck.
Tell him you didn't order the pizza.
The canopy, the back door's locked. I've never been scared before ever. I don't think he knows that there's anyone in here.
You just had a light on. He knows there's someone in there.
I'm so scared right now. He's literally peeking through the door right now.
Whoever was out there knocks on the truck and tries the door handles, all while Noah sits inside, forced to just listen to it happen. Fortunately, he had his doors locked, so no one could get inside. After multiple minutes, footsteps are finally heard leaving. When it got light outside, Noah drove back to the road and back home. Later that morning, he found handprints all over his truck, specifically on his back window from someone trying to see inside, and a lot on his door handles from someone trying to get inside.
Handprints there, a lot of scratches, stuff like that. Dragging his finger on my side of my truck. Looks like to be trying to get inside my truck. That's really all I could tell from when he was walking around. More handprints trying to get in my truck.
Okay, so that looks like he has something up in the window to probably block the vision, and so maybe the person didn't see the light. Or how do you know if it's pitch black and you turn on just a little bit of light? How do you know it won't show some kind of illumination inside through that? I'm not saying it does, I don't know. But the guy started knocking after he turned that light on. So I don't know.
At least the back canopy was locked, but yeah, that was the result. So
For someone to even have been out there in the first place at that time of night is extremely odd. And it couldn't have been a police officer or anything because no one identified themselves.
Yeah, they
The
were.
person didn't even have a light, and this was in the middle of a pitch-black forest. No one ever posted an update on the situation, suggesting that he never found out who was outside his truck that night. Kyle Burgess was on an early morning jog.
Yeah, no one cares.
Kyle Burgess was on an early morning jog on a trail in Provo, Utah.
I've seen this
He
one.
thought he saw a baby bobcat on the trail up ahead of him. He immediately pulled out his phone and started recording. But it wasn't a bobcat, rather it was a baby cougar. The video then shows the mother cougar coming
The hell's that? That was looking at it.
into view.
Oh, was that a dog maybe? Is that his dog?
You! Oh, oh.
I guess it wasn't. Just a wild animal at the time.
No! Get the away! Get the away! Go! 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 No! No! Go away! Go away! Please go away! Oh! Oh!
I would start, as I'm going backwards, see a rock, I'd start kicking rocks at it. Just to kind of get its attention off of me for a second. Then I'd start throwing shit out of the back of my pants at it. Because I would have plenty of poo to be chucking at that thing.
Nice and slow. Come on. Ah! Roar! No.
Kyle is left in a standoff with the cougar as he slowly backs away, trying to scare it off with loud noises. But the cougar continues to follow him, and at times even lunges at him. At one point, Kyle turns his head away from the animal so as not to trip as he's backing up. This prompts the cougar to try and attack, getting within only feet of him.
Go away. No, you taste, dude. Trying to attack and your eyes are looking away from you. Dude. No, go away. Go away. No. No. Yeah, get away from me. Face.
The encounter lasts for an entire 6 minutes. It ends when Kyle throws a large rock, scaring the animal into running away. Cougar and
Well, I said I'd be kicking the rocks at it, but I guess... Yeah, kicking the rocks probably wouldn't have done anything. Pfft, I wish a cougar would. I'd punch her right in the face. Don't tell cougars I'd do that. I wouldn't do that.
encounters with hikers are extremely dangerous and can often result in a much worse outcome. Had Kyle tried to run or failed to look and sound intimidating, the animal's instincts to chase and commit to an attack would have kicked in.
Cougar's lucky I didn't
In
attack
February
it.
of 2013, a few residents of a neighborhood in northern Oregon filed reports of strange noises coming from the forest. The noises were described as what sounded like eerie laughter. It was loud and echoed throughout the nearby area. One of the residents that heard the sounds went outside to where they seemed to be coming from and started recording.
What the hell is that? What the hell is that?
Some think the noises are being made by foxes or coyotes, but others don't think so, saying coyotes, for example, have a much more canine-like shriek and aren't nearly as loud. It's still unclear what exactly was making the noise that night.
Maybe a pigeon. It was a pigeon.
Lisa is a girl who owns a YouTube channel where she documents her life living in a van. She travels across North America, recording her experience as she goes. The videos almost always follow more of a vlog style, showing the different forests or places she stays at overnight, or the journeys to get there. However, in February of 2022, something different was uploaded. Lisa was sleeping in her van when she woke up to the sound of knocking right next to her ear. It was 4:30 in the morning and someone was outside. She sat there frozen, not knowing what to do. The knock then came again, and this time she uttered out a confused hello. There was no response. It would be completely silent for the next 15 minutes. Eventually she heard footsteps coming back, and this time grabbed her camera to record.
It's the same guy from the other video from the other encounter.
Somebody's back here again. I hear footprints. Hello? How can I help you? It's 4:30 in the morning. I don't feel safe. Who are you?
There was no response. She quietly got up and went to the front of her van to look outside. In the distance, there were headlights. The car backs away, and so she turns the camera to herself and begins explaining what just happened. A few minutes into this, and she hears footsteps again.
I hear footprints.
Footsteps.
Hear that? Yeah, somebody was just here again 3 times now. The 3rd time I looked out, they were walking on foot. I seen them walking and they hid behind the tree there, and then they went to a car, the same car that was here earlier. Well, that was back, and then it backed away and left again. 3 times in one night. This time, they didn't knock though. They were just walking around. I could hear them walking around the van.
When it got light outside later that morning, she got out of her van and found footprints all around it.
So I come out this morning and you can see footprints.
You know, I was just thinking, why didn't she climb up, start the van, and take off? But then I started wondering, if something like that were to happen, how would you know the person's walking around, right? You could always leave. But what if the person put something in front of your tire, like a spike strip or something like that? You leave, it blows out your tires. Now you're stuck. Now, obviously, they could take the air out of your tires while you're parked. But, you know, they could do a lot of damage by destroying your wheels, destroying your tires, popping holes in them. Wow, they could do a lot more damage that way, especially if you go into a panic and you take off and bam. And if you're in a snowy area, man, imagine trying to drive through snow. You have no traction because your tires suck. You go right off the hill or down a hill or something. Oh, you're screwed. What would you do in that situation? Would you leave? Smart choice is just to, I'm not tired anymore, and just take off and just go like to a rest stop or a gas station and, you know, get safe. To me.
Look at this one. This is mine. I'll show you. There's mine. See? They were actually, there's some more. Look at that. They came here. They were standing here, as you can see.
A lot of viewers believe the man was simply trying to steal valuables from the van, but why then come back 2 more times after you heard someone talking from inside? It's likely the man had worse intentions.
Yes.
This video was taken by a
Fact of nature, gravity exists.
It's
Second
unproven.
fact of nature, our shoes are indestructible.
Ow, hurt myself.
This video was taken by a mountain biker in Vancouver, Canada. He had set up his phone camera to get a shot of him riding down a part of the mountain. Just as he comes down and passes the camera, he suddenly hits the brakes and starts calling out. He then comes back into frame, walking back up the mountain with his bike. As he does so, he keeps looking back behind him. Blocking his path was a bear, who was now following him.
Hey, hey. 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 Hey.
If it's black, fight back. If it's brown, lay down.
Hey.
If it's white, good night. Is that what the saying is?
Hey.
Come on, bear. Why would you do that?
The kid uses his bike to make himself look bigger. He hits it on the ground a few times, causing the bear to retreat back to the camera where it knocks it over.
How stupid is a bear that you pick up a bike and suddenly it's like, oh, gee, I didn't realize you were that tall, and just runs away? Bears are stupid. Just don't tell a bear I said that. I don't want to get attacked by one.
The bear then stands over the camera for a while longer. Finally, it retreats completely, allowing the kid to retrieve his phone and get back to safety. On September 6, 2016, a Reddit post was made linking to a video that claimed to feature a weird noise from the woods. Included was text that read, "I put the kids to bed tonight and heard this loud, really bizarre sound coming from the woods outside my house. It lasted about 15 to 20 minutes. We have a handful of neighbors nearby, but this was too loud to be coming from them. It seemed to be coming from the direction of a nearby AM radio tower. But can those towers make noises like this? I googled around but couldn't find anything similar." This is the video. Commenters immediately started speculating what the sound could have been.
I have no idea.
One of them suggested it could have been the sound of high winds passing through a nearby cell tower, the metal on metal being what created the eerie tone. But the poster replied saying there was almost no wind that night, and even on days when it was windy, he never heard this sound. Another said the sound was extremely consistent with what it sounds like to drill into a strut or support that's made of high carbon steel, but said that it would be weird to be doing this that late into the night.
I've never heard it.
To this day, it's still unknown what the sound in the video actually is.
I've never heard that. I've never heard that sound before. Couldn't even begin to guess what it could be. No idea. You could tell me that's the sound a walrus makes when it urinates, and I'd be like, huh, that's crazy. No idea. No concept of what that was. I am no help in this situation. All right. I'm going to end this here. Everyone, like and subscribe. Have a good day. Have a good night. And remember, don't tell cougars and the bears what I said. Let's just keep that between us. Because I don't, it's just our thing.